Milena Rampoldi. In this booklet, Dr. Phil Milena Rampoldi presents an interesting essay written by Professor Abdulhamid al-Ansari, former Dean of the Faculty of Islamic Law at the University of Qatar, about the political rights of women in Islam. In her introduction to the presentation of Professor al-Ansari's essay, the translator quotes an appropriate aphorism by the French author of the Petit Prince, Antoine de Saint-Exupery, who says, Quand veux, construire un bateau ne commence pas par rassembler du bois, couper de planches et distribuer du travail, mais réveille au sein de FEMMES le désir de la mer grande et large. With this adaptation of the aphorism to women in general, and Muslim women in particular, Dr. Rampoldi wants to show how the unrights of women we find today in Islam are not Islamic, but part of a tradition of exclusion and segregation which started in Muslim history to ban women from social and political activism. Why is al-Ansari's essay so important for us politically engaged Muslim women? Professor al-Ansari presents three different views on the participation of women in politics and society. From the total exclusion of women from politics by ultra-traditional Muslims, who state that if a woman is not responsible for the financial matters of a household, she cannot rule a state, to a partial and almost complete participation of Muslim women in political and social life in an Islamic state. Concerning these three views, Dr. Rampoldi writes, I am convinced that these three views essentially represent the entire Muslim community, and that this division can help to improve dialogue between these three different groups, if they learn to respect one another and start understanding that all 3 points of view are respectable within Islam. If we approach the matter in a way next to the Enlightenment philosophy, we will be able to achieve a positive dialogue within Islam concerning the political rights of women. According to the Quranic verse 5.48, Islam is a religion which supports diversity and open-minded discussion about all religious, social, and political matters. This is the contribution Islam can make to dialogue and acceptance of diversity today, to leave the culture of hatred, as Professor al-Ansari calls it, in order to achieve a world made of justice and peace. The political rights of women are an important aspect of this peaceful and just world, accepting diversity. And diversity means gender, cultural, social, and political diversity. We, at the Association Pro-Mosaic, are convinced that the message of a colourful world, made up of tolerance, is also the core message of Islam, if we understand it properly. And gender justice is part of this correct interpretation of Islam according to the Quran and Sunnah.